Dear young people, and future generations, you have been born in a world that is very hostile, full of sadness, corruption, and suffering. You live in a world where the rich and greedy are plainly exploiting and ruling the rest of us. Here is an anonymous message. You will be tricked and mistreated in all ways. The earth has been, and is becoming a human farm. Dear future generations, we are here to warn you the dangers of the world you live in. Even though you will be billions of people, you will be exploited by only a couple. These people have ruined this world, and will rule every part of your lives. They will convince you to fight each other, spend the little currency you have on materialistic things, and trick you into believing the world is great, although you are being ruled by a couple. If you do not listen to this, you will become their cattle like most of us. Now be warned about the education system. When you are born, you will be filled with curiosity and unquenchable need to learn. You will have the potential and to become a smart human, but this is not what the elites want. The goal of the education system is to keep you learning irrelevant things, to make sure that by the time you are an adult you don't have a fucking clue how the world works. You will be so ignorant you won't be able to see you are being exploited before your own eyes. The elites want a population that is just smart enough to do the paperwork, but just dumb enough to not realize what is going on right in front of their eyes. If you learn only what is taught to you, you will surely fall to the elites and become their cattle. We must inform you about yourselves, about your human nature. We were dumb and irrational humans only a couple of 100,000 years ago. In the last parts of our evolution, we developed reasoning and intelligence. Our old instincts still carry over and rule most of our behavior today. We are like tribal people, wired to not trust people we don't know. We are greedy and have a strong sexual appetite. In order to be greater than these instincts, you must meditate, look inward into yourself, and be aware of them. Self-awareness is the only key to transcend your animalistic instincts. Dear future generations, know that these instincts will make you fight and clash with other human beings. This will cause destruction and chaos, will rule your life. You must be warned about the electronic devices and programs. You will see eventually that most people spend a lot of their time watching these screens. Know that unless you want to be a cattle, you must not do like the masses. All of these mechanisms are great inventions. Not for you, but for the elites to use to brainwash fake standards in your head of the world that you live in. If you fall to this, you will be diverted from realizing how the real world is, therefore be an ignorant citizen unable to perceive reality. Another purpose of the TV is to besiege you with images that will embed false values and aspirations that will turn you into a superficial and incoherent human being. Through the media, you will be programmed and wired as if you were a robot, and develop behavior that will benefit only the elites. You will be completely brainwashed to never be happy and satisfied with yourself, and have you looking in the mirrors and at yourself, instead of looking at the world you live in. The elites use the media for propaganda and false flag terror attacks in order to implant hatred and malice in your head against fellow humans. The elites have invented an unfair economic system that only benefit a few. This will keep you apart. Be wary and be aware of the never-ending messages that will endorse hatred and will bombard you from the first day you are born. You will always hear about what our differences are instead of what we have in common. Things that separate one another instead of uniting us. This is what they want. The lower and middle class fighting so that they can run off with all the fucking money. You will always hear about our differences: sexuality, race, religion, ethnic background, jobs, wealth, and education, anything to keep us fighting and distracted. The elites want you to spend your life entertained, sports, nice video games, drugs, pornography, and movies, to keep you unaware and oblivious to the destruction and sadness around you. So future generations, if you do not listen to our advice, you will become ignorant, and suffering and chaos will infest your world. As you can see, The world has been torn apart because most of us have fallen victim to this large conspiracy and prevented us all from acquiring the right knowledge to wake up and fight back. But you, future generations now have the opportunity. I hope you will see and learn from the mistakes of our past. This is an anonymous message.